radio gym.
Oh my goodness, man. Studio gym.
Oh, studio. I call it radio gym. Well, studio gym's better. You're right. We're in a studio.
Studio gym.
I just like because he's a singer, so radio.
Yeah, that could be in like the Badlands. You guys' nicknames: Alchemy Jeff and Studio Jim.
Yeah.
Ooh, those are the caricatures right then and there. You know, outside of podcasters, we're idea guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We are idea. And we're holdback guys.
Yeah, we're holdback guys. We're marketing marvels. Whatever you want. We got it all here.
And
we're
you know
a
what?
one-stop shop.
Alex, you know what, champ? We got you.
Yeah, what is going on?
We have your back. We've always had your back, and good on you.
Well, I don't understand this. Local Calgary fighter.
Yeah.
Some fights are happening here in Calgary, and you don't go for the local guys? Like, do you not want to fill the joint?
That guy's been on ESPN. Okay?
I don't get it.
These guys, you know, a lot of these Calgary promoters would be lucky to get onto PBS.
Yeah.
And this is how you treat an ESPN top-ranked boxing fighter?
Makes no sense.
Latino sensation?
You know what? I hope no one shows up. Yeah, I said it. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what? Hope nobody shows up.
Yeah,
now.
you know what? Screw you.
Yeah. You don't like Alex? That's it. I was going to swear, but whatever.
You know what,
I'll leave
Alex?
it alone.
We got you.
Yeah.
You know what? Should we get in the promoting business?
But are we not in everything really right now? Like, do we not dabble truly in everything?
Well, you know what? If you judge our Sportfolio, we do a little this, we do a little that, and we've been hitting the mark.
Oh my God! Well, we'll get into that. And speaking of hitting the mark, speaking of everything, your arm looks fine. Yesterday, you had me worried, sick. I couldn't sleep last night.
Neither
My
could
wife
I.
goes, "What's wrong, honey?" I go, "It's Dimitri. He's got me all worried."
Guys, I'm gonna throw something out there. History needs to be a learning lesson. Mm-hmm. Folklore, stories. I'm gonna throw a little Greek your way. It's a story of Icarus. Okay? His father Daedalus, he warned him. He said, Icarus, don't fly too close to the sun.
Yeah.
You got your wings. You got wax on them.
Yeah.
If you go too close to the sun, the wax is going to melt. And no wings.
Yeah, makes
Nothing.
sense. Makes sense.
Okay?
Yeah.
They're not going to protect you.
No.
Well, did I take that advice, Mitch?
You did not.
I did not. I flew too close to the sun.
You did.
I had a gout attack a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was starting to come in.
Yeah.
What did I do? I said, no way, Jose. I went right after gout. I went to Highs, had a beautiful steak, had a bottle of wine, a couple shots.
Yes, you did.
And a couple jokes.
Oh.
Nothing happened.
Nope.
Zero. I thought I beat it.
Yeah.
But what happens the week after? Meet up with a friend of mine. You know, he had a little change in his work situation.
Sure.
Go out on the Friday night. Nothing crazy. But, you know, had a few beers. Too close to the sun.
You got too close to the sun.
Too close to the sun.
You flipped off gout one week, and then you tried to flip off gout the second week in a row, and that's where you went wrong.
But
yeah.
I'm not changing.
No.
Because this weekend.
Yeah. Whoa.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm changing. I'm taking a break.
There's no way.
I'm taking a break.
Well, you know what makes me upset? You know what upsets me is that gout is going after the weaker of us too. It's going after the little guy. And I don't like that. I don't like that gout. You know what, gout, if you got a problem with Dimitri, you got a problem with me. And the way I look at it is you're always going after the weaker one.
I'm the baby lamb.
Baby lamb. And so
That's
I
right.
say, you bring it over here. You bring it over here, gout.
Yeah.
You think you're tough? Come over here, gout.
I'm in your corner too, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck off, Gout.
Yeah.
Damn
exactly.
Right, Jeff. That's right.
That's right. So, Gout, you know what? You might have won this round again. And you're kind of winning the war against Dimitri. However,
it's going to the scorecards.
It's going to
It's a scorecards
It's
thing.
looking good for Gout right now.
But it's looking. Gout's the champ.
Gout's the champ.
And I got to prove beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
But Mitch, we're doing good.
We're doing good. You know what? You look good. You look better. Like, you had me worried, but good. You know what, Gout? It looks like you're losing now in this round. You're losing this round.
Yeah,
So
I'm
it's
coming
good.
back.
Now, this week, you know, last week I left you guys with a little bit of a cliffhanger. I left you with a little bit of a cliffhanger going, I'm out of here. I'm off to Vegas. And
Unbelievable.
I'm back, baby.
I got to ask you a question, Mitch.
Sure.
It was yours to lose.
Yeah.
Jeff put his recommendation
Absolutely, he
he's
did.
Patron.
He's Patron.
Don't mess it up.
Nope.
I said take her to the forum shops. Don't mess it. Mitch.
Yeah.
I just have to ask you.
Sure.
I know everyone in the roster is singing the same thing.
Yeah.
Are you planning a second trip?
Ladies and gentlemen, not only are we planning a second trip sometime next year,
but
I also got her to stay an extra night.
Oh!
Her idea.
You see, This is why Gout's not messing with you.
That's right.
Doesn't stand a chance.
It doesn't stand a chance. I sit across from you. I listen to the way you pitch stuff. You do this. You do that. I write. What do you think I'm writing down over here all the time?
Holy
you think I'm drawing
smoke.
pictures? You think I'm drawing stickman over here?
You got this figured out.
Drawing pictures of penises over here? No, I'm working my angles
Hold on.
over
When
here.
you draw pictures of penises, do you add the vein or no vein?
Always. That's how you make it more realistic.
Yeah, you have to add the vein.
Always,
I agree.
Yeah,
Great,
always.
great call.
So yeah,
Hey, you're
Vegas
taking
was.
her to Greece. You're like, look here, honey. I'm taking you to Greece to get married.
That's right.
I'm taking you to Vegas just cause.
Oh.
She's so lucky.
Yeah.
You're buying her cars.
Cars?
Don't you ever
wash your
leave this
dryers?
man.
Don't you
you ever
dare
leave
ever
this
try it.
man.
Where are you gonna go, honey? Where are you going? No, Vegas was excellent. We had a great time. A very different experience going with the wife. And to be honest, it was good. We had a great time. We did a little shopping. Well, we walked around the forum shop. I mean, I got to be honest. I've never walked that much in Vegas in my life. I'm usually plop my ass at the casino, gamble, book, bar in the area. I sometimes don't even leave the casino, to be
We're just
quite honest.
saying, how many kilometers you put in the one day?
20-kilometer walking. 20 kilometers. That's all strip walking. That was crazy. But I got to be honest. I got a little problem with Vegas. I got a slight issue with Vegas. And my issue is this. Here's a city that is built on sin, boozing, gluttony, like eat and do whatever you want.
Yeah.
As we said, drink as much as you want. Drink on the street, drink in the cabs, do whatever you want. Weed dispensaries everywhere now. Single game betting. The only one of the few states that allows it. But no fantasy football. They don't allow. So I have a FanDuel account. I'm a big fan of the FanDuel. I like to play a little FanDuel. It is restricted. So I Googled it. I'm like, what is going on here? Yeah, there's 5 states that do not allow fantasy football betting in any sort of way. And Vegas is one of them. Of all the things that they let go, fantasy football is a big no-no in Las Vegas.
Actually, that impresses me because it just goes to show you that even Vegas has standards and morals.
They
go,
even have morals, exactly.
No. We want legitimate betting.
That's right.
Okay?
We don't want you taken away from us.
Earn your keep before you get into
That's
Nevada.
right. We don't want you carrying if Drew Brees is throwing 500 yards. We need Drew Brees to cover the spread or win the game. It's interesting. It's crazy to me that they are that against it. It's crazy. The second thing that I hate about Vegas now is it is extremely expensive to buy a drink. $16, $15 to $16 US. Doesn't matter if you're drinking a beer, a vodka, a whiskey, anywhere. Doesn't matter. And they're not overpouring the way they used to. They somebody got the bill last year and they're like, whoa, what's going on over here? Who's overpouring here? The whole city, sir.
See, that's what happens.
Okay, let's go back to pouring standard
That's what
drinks.
happens when the food and beverage revenue starts surpassing the gambling revenues.
That's right.
Now they got to care a little bit.
They got to
They're
care.
like, oh, we got to put some control
There's
into
something
this.
going on over here.
It's so true. You could be able to go to Las Vegas and just go to some modest places to have those alternatives. They don't exist anymore.
No.
There is a minimum high price, and anyone who hasn't been, just budget to spend some money. Vegas is not the place anymore where you can go and just really frugal your way around it. You got to spend the cash.
You got to spend the cash. You'll have a better time doing it. And it's a story after. Like here I am giving you 3 minutes of what I love and hate about Vegas all in the same shot. But at the end of the day, damn it, Vegas, you won again, you sons of guns. You won again. But last week, we talked about something. What happens in Vegas all the time, Dimitri, is the UFC usually has their pay-per-views there. Last weekend, that Cormier fight that we talked about was actually in New York, which wasn't obviously in Vegas. But no one, once again, I told you, no one cared about it, man. And I am tired of this Cormier guy. Can Jones please win on December 29th and come back and beat the crap out of him? I am tired of this guy.
And he'll cry again.
He'll cry one more time.
He'll cry. You know what he reminds me of? Remember in WWE, there was that one character, Kamala?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's what Cormier looks like. I've never seen a guy who's got a really out of shape body for a fighter. He looks like the giant Kamala.
Right.
And his personality's crazy. Like, I don't believe him when he's, okay, Brock Lesnar, let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go, Brock.
You can't take him serious.
What's
Now,
your need talking about?
I don't get it. Like, do I respect the fact that he doesn't have a six-pack? He's not like the most jacked dude.
Yeah.
Hey, he's kind of the everyday guy's body, right? And you're like, yeah, you're the champ. Well, but the minute you open your mouth, I get tired of you. I turn off the channel. I can't listen to this guy. You're right. Exactly. That impression is perfect. That's dead on.
That's it. And you know what else bugs me? You know, we get these downloads from the States.
Right.
We never really know who the listeners are.
No.
But I know that Cormier, for a fact,
Yeah.
is listening to Real Locker Room
That's
Talk.
right.
Want to know why?
Why?
Did we not come up with the idea that Brock Lesnar should bring the WWE belt?
Exactly.
What does he say? Hey, Brock, bring your WWE belt, Brock. Come on, Brock.
Exactly like that.
Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Like,
hey, congratulations on beating a guy that fought 4 weeks ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to wrestle. He's even said, I barely trained for this fight. Wow, congrats, bud. Way to go. You know, Cormier, I'm tired of you, man. I'm tired of you. I'm only bringing that up because last week we said it and it was dead on exactly what we said was going to happen.
You know, roster member Tasso.
Yeah.
He goes to England.
Right.
Take some photos of the sports book.
Yeah.
What's the NHL do 2 weeks later?
Boom.
Copied idea.
Copied
These
idea.
guys are taking our stuff.
It's like they're sitting there and they're just poaching. They're shooting us from 20 feet away. Boom, boom, boom. Taking all our ideas.
Give us some dollars, roster.
Come on, guys.
Give us an opportunity to compete.
Unbelievable.
If we needed you more than ever.
I'm tired of it. Now,
What else you got, Mitch? What's next on the podcast?
Speaking of fighting, this was a kind of a whirlwind last couple of days. You got Mayweather was over in Asia doing a promo, kind of like, marketing himself, which he does better than anybody. Let's call it what it is.
Guys got to figure. The team's
all
got
of a
to figure it
sudden,
out.
everybody and their dog's going, oh, wow, it looks like Mayweather's going to fight this Japanese Thai boxer kind of guy, right? And then he arrives back to the States.
I think that guy was from Tekken 5.
Tekken.
Yeah, I think that's where. I think he made his first appearance in the video game
you're right.
Tekken.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm pretty
and
sure.
it turns out that Mayweather's like, I didn't sanction this fight. I didn't say I was going to fight this guy. So it went from big hoopla fight to no fight. This to me is like Mayweather now is a circus. Okay. It goes from the Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. Then it goes to maybe Khabib. Now this guy. Like, enough is enough. I'm tired of Mayweather already. I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm done.
You know what's funny? Not a secret, I'm a Mayweather fan. Everybody knows it who's listened to the podcast or knows me personally from before. Mayweather will always get away with it because he portrays himself as Money Mayweather. So it's not a surprise that he does his gimmicks. See, for me, when I look at it, it looks like to me that this rise in promotion is just trying to get Mayweather to sanction a fight and to help build their promotion. Hey, why don't you come and do a stint with us? Put us on the map. You are still the biggest name in combat sports. That's great. But Mayweather alludes that, okay, I'm going to be fighting December 31st.
Right.
Then today comes out and says, whoa. This was taken out of context. And I don't know if you read exactly what he said.
I did read it.
Yeah. So, for the roster, what he was saying was that, there was a group of people out there that wanted to do a 3-round exhibition with just a fighter. Turned out to be this fighter. Things got out of hand. But when I got there, I was a little blindsided as to the scope of how this was going to portray. Mitch, I got to ask, do you believe Mayweather or is this a play?
No, I don't believe him. I actually believe him, sorry, is what I'm saying. I don't think that he actually wanted to fight this guy because he wrote in his thing, he goes, I barely knew who he was. And I don't want to sound horrible here. I don't think a lot of even MMA guys that follow it don't know who this is because it is on the other side of the world. So I do think he went there for a promo. I think somebody said something like, you guys should fight. And maybe he's like, sure, whatever. And maybe didn't understand his sarcasm or his joking style. And next thing you know, it's all over the place. However, the reason I kind of slightly don't believe him is because this was like yesterday, and today he's only coming out just a couple hours ago saying, no, this was all taken out of context. He could have kiboshed this a little while ago. I think he wanted to see what was the rest of the world going to say. Oh, this is going to be great. This is fantastic. And he would have stayed on doing it. And maybe, just maybe, he also didn't get what he wanted. Because if he was going to kickbox this guy, you might as well dig him a grave and put him in there right now. He would have literally died. He probably would have died.
Yeah. He might be missing a head.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So that's what I think. Bottom line, I'm kind of tired of all this. Lately, it's been from the McGregor second fight to Khabib to this guy. How about you just take a break, bro? Come back in about March-ish, April-ish. Come back and tell us who you're going to fight then. Take a little break. Relax. Take it easy.
For me, I got to be honest with you. Yes, Mayweather, I'd love to see you fight. You're one of, if not my favorite boxer of all time. However, call it a day. Yeah. It's over.
I'm not so much saying take it but he keeps saying he's retired. So if you're retired, he must have some Greek in him because he says he's retired, but he wants to keep working.
Is Mayweather a Greek dad?
He could be.
Does he own a restaurant?
This is what I'm saying. I don't know what it is with this guy. Are you retired or are you not? Which one is it?
Yeah.
You want to work in the garden or do you want to go back to work?
When are you going to smarten up so you can take over the business? Dad,
Exactly.
I'm ready to take over the business. Hey, what do you know?
Yeah, you don't know nothing. I go back. I go do it.
Why do you think I got to stay here? Huh? Why do you think I have to stay here long hours? Are you going to do these hours?
Yeah, you're not going to do them.
What
You're
do you need
bum.
what do you
You're
need a computer for?
Why I have you?
What is Facebook going to do for business? You think I have Facebook? Your mother and I, you know how we sold lasagnas?
Man, what happened there? You went to a different place.
Well, no, I went to the same place that all of us experienced growing up.
Exactly. Listen, in other little banter news, Quenneville, coach of the Chicago Blackhawks, fired. So let me get this straight. He wins you 3 Stanley Cups. Other teams can't even get to the playoffs sometimes. He wins you 3 Stanley Cups.
One of the winningest coaches of all time.
Second winningest of all time, but I have a little conspiracy theory here. Second winningest coach of all time, gets fired. They're really not through a rebuild. Everyone knows Chicago right now is carrying 2 of the biggest paychecks around with Kane and Taves. And bottom line, they get rid of them. But here's my conspiracy theory. Who's the general manager of the Blackhawks?
Do you think
Yes.
that the Bowman family is behind
100%.
Are they the Brett Favres of hockey?
They are what?
Yeah. The Brett Favres of hockey.
What's that?
Because Brett Favre, he didn't really want to see Aaron Rodgers succeed. He didn't really want Peyton Manning to get the record.
Can I talk to you over here for a second?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Can I?
Like now? You want to? Okay.
You want to talk about Brett Favre here, right now, about this. Don't you dare cut his name. Don't you dare cut his name here. No, I won't allow it.
That's what I'm saying.
I won't allow it.
Go back to my chair.
You can go back. Okay. Now, I think there was an inside job. I think Bowman and him actually don't like each other for whatever reason. I don't know. He's won him a couple of cups, so you'd think that, Bowman and Quenneville would be cool with each other. A little power struggle, in my opinion. A little power struggle.
Perhaps. What's the motive here?
I think
it's not like he's doing a bad job this year.
I think Dad Scotty calls his son and says, "Hey, he's getting a little too close to the record. I don't want it on your watch, kid." Because 890 and 1200, which is the spread of the wins between the two, in hockey is not that far. That's like maybe 4 years. So he's like, not on your watch. He wants to go to Florida. He wants to go to somewhere else. Let him go, but not on your watch. This is my call.
I just can't believe they let him go.
I know, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
It is a conspiracy.
It's conspiracy.
How do you fire a guy like that? Hey, Quenneville.
Yeah.
More like Goneville. Okay.
And finally, in our ranting, because I love the rant portion of what we do here at Real Locker Room Spot.
Well,
I want to talk about Hugh Jackson, the coach or ex-coach
Did you
of the
almost say
Cleveland.
Hugh Jackman?
I almost did.
The Wolverine?
Oh, the Wolverine, yeah.
I mean, we can talk about him too.
Yeah, you know what? It's sad that he kind of left that role behind, right?
It was a good role for him.
It was a good role.
I
I wanted to see him and Deadpool kind of go out.
Yeah, you know what? The best movie out of all of them, Logan.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
I mean, we're talking.
That was a great movie.
Greatest Hugh Jackman.
So Hugh Jackson gets fired from Cleveland and starts doing a media tour. And in this media tour, he's trying to explain to everyone like how he got ousted. He's like, I can't believe I got fired.
Premature.
Are you guys crazy? A 3-40 record, and they got rid of me. Like, where is this guy's brain right now? Where last year he literally didn't win a game. He won as many NFL games as you and I did combined. Zero. The year before he won 1, and this year, granted, he's up to 2.
Hold on.
3-40 record.
He should be at about 5.
Holy
should we give it to him?
No, buddy, 3-40 record, and he's surprised. Like, if you watch the interviews, he's like, I don't know where I went wrong. I don't get it.
It's the craziest. Excuse me. It's the craziest thing to me. He goes, well, it's a premature thing. I have a 5-year plan, guys. I have a plan. I was just about to make my move.
So you got Quenneville on one end, 890 wins, 3 Stanley Cups, and he's not even saying anything. Full inside job. Then you get this guy 3-40. How he kept his job for so long, and he's mad about it.
What's the criteria here?
What is going on in this world right now?
What is the criteria?
I don't get it, man. Sports is changing. I am not getting this at all.
Someone's got to sit him down. Someone else sit him down.
Someone's got to sit him down.
There does come a point when the numbers don't lie.
The numbers don't lie. But he doesn't believe them. He's like, but 3-40 is good, right? Like, that's good. That's almost 10. Like, I don't know. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. It's crazy to me.
I can pitch my way through a lot. But I'm sorry, Hugh, I cannot pitch your job back.
If you could get him a job anywhere else as a head coach, I think you truly, sir, could be the greatest salesman of all time.
This should be on the People's Court. This should be Judge Judy versus Hugh and the Cleveland Browns.
That's it.
On today's case, coach for the Cleveland Browns fired with a 3-40 record over 3 years. He's making a claim against the defendant for premature firing and $6,000. That's the way you got to do it, Mitch.
That's exactly it. That's it. Boom, boom, right there. All right, there it is. That's our rant to start it all up. Dimitri, what's on the itinerary today?
Well, look, we're trying to get someone from the city to come in, but of course, coordinating schedules has been difficult. But we got to go ahead with it anyways. We are going to talk a little bit of the Winter Olympics. It's close to home here in Calgary.
That's right. Then we got a little NFL talk. We have to talk about what happened last week. I feel bad because of your gout attack. I didn't want to say it. I felt horrible. But Paul, he crushed Lacey. He crushed her.
No, I wouldn't call it a crushing.
It was crushing. It
was not a crushing, but I got something to say to that too.
Fair enough. And then we're going to talk slightly about the NBA. When we first started talking about the NBA this year, we said there's two guys. There's our boy LeBron, and then there's our boy Kawhi. And how are they doing in their new teams? We got a couple of ideas, and then we're going to go to Sportsfolio, and then we're going to finish off with MAGA or MALAKA.
You know what? I was scared because I didn't know if we were going to do MAGA or MALAKA today. But guess what? You pulled through.
We pulled.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
That's it.
You know, Mitch, the itineraries that we set are amazing.
They really are.
You know, I could go through my spiel like everyone does, but forget it. I know that before we do anything on this show, we have to do this one thing, the most important thing. Yeah. And Jeff, cue the music.
Oh boy.
We got to bring to you the Macro Mind Media metrics of the week. Macro Mind Media metrics of the week. MacroMindMedia.com is the genius behind a couple things happening here. A, reallockerroomtalk.com. B, hashtag Headversity, at Headversity, where you can hashtag Ask Dr. RT any question. I mean, literally any question. He's going to answer because he's smart and he has all the answers.
Right.
Check them out. They've been doing wonderful things in the world of metrics. Can I give you a crazy metric that's happened?
Go ahead.
You know, the U.S. midterm elections were on yesterday.
Yep.
And Donald Trump was talking about the Republican red wave.
Yes.
Well, part of it didn't go his way.
Right.
Do you believe that when you look at the United States of America,
right,
and you put the real locker room talk wave against the political wave,
okay,
we win the House, the Senate, and the Electoral College.
Amazing.
That's the metrics that we're doing. And we're from Canada.
Right.
We're from Canada. Macromind Media.
Yeah.
Okay?
Done.
That's metrics.
But
I'll tell you what.
What's
we can
up?
talk about the United States. We got to talk about other places.
That's right.
Do you know where else we get metrics from?
I have no idea.
Well, my friend, if I were to tell you that Agape Greek Radio, AGAPE, GreekRadio.com is where you can stream Real Locker Room Talk Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Amazing.
Not just in Canada, not just in the U.S., but anywhere in the world.
Studio Jim told me earlier before you showed up, that he's on his way to New Zealand.
Well, let me tell you what, if you're in the newer part of the Zealand studio, Jim, you can listen to Real Locker Room Talk actually, I think, before supper, your time.
It's like he's never left.
He'll be here.
He'll be here.
But that's the beauty of Studio Jim. There's always a studio. Like, he just shows up. It becomes studio.
He's on fire right now.
Yeah, he'll go
Him
to
and
church.
Jeff, you should hear some of the jams that they're doing before we get
See,
here.
that's why I hate coming late to
That's
these
right.
things.
You're missing out. I got to be honest with you. Yeah, you missed out.
I am.
You missed. They had a love ballad.
A love ballad.
Yeah. It was a love, right? Is that right,
Is that-
Jeff?
That's right. Yeah, it's a lovely song, and it's all about love and caring, and yeah.
You know, I just feel like
Special
I can't
feelings.
wait. I just feel like whatever happened to the good old ballad days? You know, like Journey.
Yeah.
You know, the real ballad masters.
Don't stop
believing.
I'm a Bon Jovi guy personally.
I was listening. That was on the radio right here.
Get out.
Speaking of music, I just want to throw it out there.
Go ahead.
You know, I like listening to the tunes before the podcast. Gets me going.
Yeah,
gets
sure,
me amped up. Does anything beat early 90s dance?
Depends what you mean.
No, like this
who?
is the rhythm of the night.
Yeah, a lot of stuff beat that.
No way,
Yeah,
Mitch.
yeah.
Are you talking Real McCoy? CNC Music Factory.
I only listened to that stuff, I'll be honest, because it was on. It wasn't like out of choice.
Oh, come on.
I'm
man.
not saying it's
Nothing beats it.
horrible. It's not the worst, but it's not. I don't go out of my way to listen to it.
You didn't have a Night at the Roxbury CD in your car?
I'm more of a, hey, Frank Sinatra. Hey, how you doing?
Oh my god! Wow! Wow!
Just joking.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually, truthfully, I'm a big. I know this sounds weird, but I'm a Tupac and Biggie guy, man. I'm R&B all day, baby.
Oh
that's the way I
yeah,
roll.
because you're from the streets, Mitch, and
Hey,
you
man,
can relate.
don't say I come from 32nd Avenue.
Okay, Tupac
that's
or
where it is.
Biggie, really
I
quick.
love it when
Tupac
you
or
call
Billy
me Big
or
Pa.
Biggie? It's Biggie all day, baby. I'm East Coast. I'm
way.
East Coast all the
Come
way.
on.
Absolutely. All day. If anybody knows me, they know
It's
that answer.
Tupac, a Hundy P.
See, this is why we fight constantly.
A
They-
Hundy P.
You can say
Can
what
that
you
be our
want.
new nicknames? East Coast, West Coast.
Sure, whatever you like.
Let's do it.
Whatever you like. Now, real quick about the U.S. thing that you bring up the election. I just
Yeah.
want to say this. You know this fake news that Trump brought up, and I really never paid attention to it prior. He's kind of on the right track there. So I was flipping through channels, and I literally got a different insight every single channel I kept changing it to.
It's
so you go to
unbelievable.
Fox, obviously hardcore Republican. You go to ABC or NBC or CB or CNN, and it was a little bit more democratic. And it was weird to me because I never really paid attention before, but now it's like they really do have that line in the sand drawn, and it
Oh,
is
yeah.
on either side. It's crazy.
It's
It was crazy.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
The
I have to admit.
media has such a pulse.
Oh man, it's
you know,
crazy. And I gotta admit, I don't like it. I don't like the fact that there's such a degree of change. Like, bottom line, whoever won. Like, how you think of it, that's great. But at the end of the day, you know, the Senate is now what? The Republicans have the Senate, right? And the Democrats have the seats. Okay, well, you're basically exactly where you were prior to this. So let's move on now. Didn't have to be a 15-hour, you know, you cut into my Hell's Kitchen night last night and all that
You know,
stuff.
we're the United States. I got to give these guys props because they cover elections so well.
Oh, it's fantastic.
The dramatic music.
Yeah.
You know, when they put midterm election vote 2018, dun, 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 and it just gets you going. It's like, what's going to happen?
That's right.
It's the showdown.
Yeah.
It's like they get you hyped up.
They do. They
You
do it
know?
great. Production-wise, you can't beat it.
You just can't beat it. You know,
It-
Canada, we're lacking.
big
You know,
time.
well,
It's funny you say that. I flipped to the CBC to see like our Canadian insight in the election. Oh yeah, I fell asleep. I was like, "What is going on
Here's
here?"
Daniel Cormier. We're at the Republicans are winning.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, where's Brock Lesnar? All right. So
I'll take Trump down just like I'll take down Brock Lesnar.
with that being said, so let's get into it. Since we're talking a little politics, let's talk about local politics. We don't really like to bring in too much of the local stuff, but this is kind of from a 50,000-foot view. You can decide your own way. Here in
Sure.
Calgary, we are bidding, or the city now has called a plebiscite. So the city is going to go and vote next week in regards to the 2026 Winter Olympic Games. Calgary and a lot of people here in Calgary want to have the Olympics, and then there's a real dead set of people that do not want the Olympics. Money seems to be the big kind of play. It's going to cost a lot. The Olympics do cost a lot to go. The Winter Olympics were just a couple of years ago, and it seems like everyone's always going over their budget. Now, without going hugely into the numbers and everything, and for the local Calgarians, you kind of know where we're going with it. Dimitri, I got to ask you straight up, do you want the Olympics or not? Are you going to vote yes or no?
I'm going to vote yes. I absolutely do want the Olympics, and I think
really?
everybody is fooling themselves. Truth that they don't want it. I think you're fooling yourself. Okay, number one. Let's start on what you said, the money thing.
Sure.
It's a big issue, and I understand that. Are the Olympics going to cost money? Yes, they are. Everyone is sitting here talking about, well, you know, the economy, the way the economy is going right now. Can we really afford it? Well, you know what? The majority of you people voted in the party that is stifling this economy.
Yeah,
So,
good point.
A, shame on you. Letter B. Okay, we don't have the Olympics.
Right.
I want each of you that vote no to tell me what you're going to do different to provide infrastructure into this economy. So you don't want the Olympics, it's fine. But tell me what you want to do instead.
Sure.
Number 3, it goes back to when the Flames are thinking of moving. and everyone's like, screw the arena. It's the same thing with the Olympics. You guys, when it comes down to it, all I hear from Calgarians over and over and over again is this: we live in a boring city. We don't do anything with our city. It's cookie cutter. There's nothing to do. We have no character, blah, blah, blah. We have a chance to actually have something here. We have a chance to add some flavor, to do something where I can take my daughter by the time, she's that old, when she's 12 years old, to be a part of the Olympics, to see something, to have athletes that are here. So don't fool yourselves. This is a really great opportunity for the city. So here's what we do know on the money thing. Yeah, it is going to cost us some money. We are going to get subsidized for part of it, but we also are going to have infrastructure. We are going to create jobs. There are going to be people that are benefiting from it. Is it all people? No. But a lot of businesses and a lot of people are going to be benefiting from it. And the other thing I argue is, in a slowing economy, it is prudent for the government to put in their fiscal policy to do government spending for infrastructure, for these things. So I argue, what is the difference? Because if you don't do the Olympics and the economy is in the shitter, and we need to do something to spark it, you're just going to tell the government to raise taxes and spend more money, right? Or, essentially be lower taxes, but we're going to ask the government to spend more money in order for us to stimulate the economy again. So we can spend it in a place that's hitting two birds with one stone. So I'm sorry, you guys, people that are voting no. Yeah, just stop being so boring. You guys are the same people that'll fly overseas for thousands of dollars to go watch a sporting event. Why don't we just have it in our own home?
Yeah, no, you know what?
That's how I see it, Mitch.
You know what, man? I think you did a great job explaining it, and explaining it from the point of view of how people vote from inside. The numbers are something that we always are going to look at, and you're going to kind of try to decipher your own way. Because right now, they'll give you the budget, and we're going to sit there and minus away, add some numbers. This is something that I don't think we're ever going to get the true number game. I've been going back and forth on this.
Yeah.
I started with yes. I started with no, then went to yes. Then literally just a couple of days ago, I went back to no. And then I got to admit, I'm back to yes, and I'm going to stick with yes. So next week, I am going to vote yes because of exactly what you said. And it comes down to that saying, you want to make money for this province, then you got to spend some money. Right now, my brother yesterday, Nick, home of the 10-cent chicken wings, Wednesday, Saturdays.
Not just that, but what an amazing pizza.
Thank you so much.
But the pizza I had a couple weeks ago, I didn't bring it up, but Matt, you're in the top 3.
Do you know where Nick went yesterday? He went to a little concert 2 hours north from here in the city, in the Alberta's capital, Edmonton. Edmonton recently got a new rink. And Nick, my brother, who has always hated Edmonton, didn't like it. First thing he says to me, wow, that city is revitalized. And that's exactly it. Now, I know in the plans that there isn't some sort of big legacy studio or stadium being built or anything like that. And shame on Calgary. Shame on Calgary for not having something in place prior to that, because I think that's, in a weird way, the only thing that's holding us back. Right now, we're like, are we going to get it or are we not? That's for another day. That's for another fight. But I'm with you. It is time for us to put our money where our mouth is. Oil isn't doing what we wanted it to do. It's time we got to find something else. And I agree. There is going to be a bill. Let's all just be legit and honest. There's going to be a little bit of money to be paid, but there is going to be something coming at us as well prior. So it's one of those things. We got to spend money to make money. I agree. At the end of the day, what are we going to do? Hold on to it all, guys? We got to do something. The city is falling apart. But in the only slight worry I have, Dimitri, is this, and I'll leave it the thought that there's only 2 cities really vying for this. The IOC's got to do something and change it up, because soon there's going to be nobody bidding. And I'd hate to see the Olympics fall apart all because it's costing way too much money. They've got to get away from that. If you get away from the idea of it costing too much, then there's going to be a line of cities saying, hey, let's get it over here. We want it. But it's costing too much. It's time to really sit back and kind of figure it out from a different point of view. But I don't blame other cities that don't want to get involved. It is pricey. But in this particular situation, since we're on the board, I say let's go for it.
Yeah, and you know the thing that bothers me is a lot of people that are saying no. A lot of people that are saying, oh my God, it's going to cost so much money and it's going to put Alberta behind, put Calgary behind. But okay, show me some numbers, please. Please substantiate this. It's so easy to say, everyone's, no, we don't want it. We don't want it. Okay, show me some numbers then.
Yeah.
Can you actually tell me as to why it's going to be bad for the economy 8 years from now?
Right.
You know, it's funny because Jeff, the other week, Jeff, I remember you brought up that, actually I think it was last week, about how it's going to cost each Calgarian about $1,800.
Yeah, that's the report I heard. But that's spread over the next 8-10 years.
Yeah,
too,
exactly.
Right?
So you know what? I went in and did some numbers myself. I said, okay, I'm going to take the cost outside of the subsidy that it's going to cost Calgary. I'm going to divide that on the voting population. Actually, no, sorry, not the voting population, but the workforce. What constitutes the actual workforce in Calgary? Okay, which is just over 700,000 people. On top of that, I'm going to divide it over. So you're right. My number came to 2,000. So we're obviously not that far off. Calgary, that is going to be $250 a year on the average between Jeff's numbers and my numbers that it's going to cost to have the Olympics. $250 a year. Now, Mitch, I'm going to ask you a question. Let's say you're a bar
Sure.
that's right beside COP.
Yeah.
And the Olympics come to you and say, hey, would you pitch in $2,000?
Sure.
You damn right I will. I'm going to make it back in the first 30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
So come on, you guys. Think of the aggregate here.
People, you know what it is, man. You said it at the very beginning of your rant. It's the government. There's been a lot of gouging in this particular city with regards to a lot of new taxes, a lot of minimum wage hikes. People's small businesses are falling apart. This is a very emotional vote because people have been getting hit pretty hard, man. You know, and that's what it comes down to. Look, we both work in the financial district. We see it every day.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, I'm a big believer. You can't be scared. You got to make a little bit of moves to be able to make some money. If you're gonna sit in the corner and don't want to spend your money, that's cool. But don't be mad when you're not growing, when nothing's going on. You know?
Especially when you start looking at the people who want to bring the Olympics here. But even you had the gentleman from Vancouver who said, guys, Calgary, you guys are in way better shape than we were in Vancouver. I mean, way better shape.
Right.
So I don't know. I still vote yes. Please roster. Look. I'm so adamant about this, but try to prove me otherwise. I'm okay with the debate.
Yeah, we'll put it up on the Facebook, on the Instagram.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Yeah,
let's do a quick little
let's
poll
do it.
ourselves. Okay. So from there we go and great little. You know, you had some great points.
No, I appreciate
well done.
that. Appreciate
That's what,
that.
when you're lying down holding your gout. You must have been reading a lot.
I think.
Yeah.
You think? It gives me time to think.
Yeah, that's good.
When I'm not injured, I'm on the go. I'm not thinking.
Yeah, you're not thinking.
I'm just drinking and eating.
It's not the truth. It's not the truth. From there we go to everyone's favorite, the NFL. Week 9 completed. Crazy week. Well, when I say crazy, it wasn't anything too crazy. I would say the teams that were supposed to win won. Great game though. Saints, LA Ram Illuminati. They went at it. High scoring. Me and you took the under because that was the right move. No, the wrong move. That wrecked one of my parlays in Vegas. I
ended my perfect streak in the portfolio.
I've said it once before, and I'm hearing it now on other podcasts. I'm hearing it on other local stations, sports stations. How, bottom line, guys, too much scoring. These quarterbacks are coming in 300-yard games, 3 touchdowns a game, so much offense, no defense. Dude, just take the over on everything going forward. What did you think of this week? Did you like it? Did you?
Yeah, you know what? I thought it was a pretty good week. Pretty standard week. Like you said, it seemed that the teams that were supposed to win won. I would say the highlight. There were 2 highlight games. Number 1, Rams, the Illuminati versus the Saints, which is funny because you know what prevails: the Illuminati or the Saints, right?
Look at that.
Did you see the play there?
Never saw that.
Yeah, you know what I mean, right? So it's a little bit of good versus bad.
Yeah.
So the other game, I mean, come on, man. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. That was the other game that stuck out to me.
It was obviously the primetime game of the 6 o'clock Sunday, but I don't think it lived up to the hype. I'm sorry. It didn't.
No,
it didn't because the Packers sucked. That's why. Yeah, I said it. I don't care.
Do you want to get in on this now?
No, let's just get into it right now. You know why? Because I literally don't get too emotional during football games, okay? I like to think I'm a very straight and narrow kind of football fan, even on my Packers. But I think I almost got kicked out of the Caesars book because when Aaron Jones fumbled the ball, dude, I literally, even wifey was like, why do you never get mad? I'm like, yeah, I'm sick and tired of crappy football plays. I'm tired of it. And then it looks like Tom Brady, and I love him, but he comes out of nowhere and he's wearing his cape and he's doing his thing and and they lose by 14, 17, whatever it was.
You know, and really it's not, look, Tom Brady's the angel of the Lord, we get it. However, this wasn't a game where Tom Brady outplayed Aaron Rodgers and was this magnificent. Oh, he's the GOAT, and see, like the media and everyone was trying to, because look, it is a good game. You got the two best quarterbacks in the league going at each other. Very rarely happens the way they do the rotations with the NFC, AFC. So, they timed it right, being on Sunday Night Football. I'm so sick with the Green Bay Packers because they should have beaten the Rams. A fumble cost the team to have Aaron Rodgers under the 2-minute warning with a final drive down by 1 point, where they were up to win the game. Then, same thing. New England, tit for tat, tit for tat, tit for tat, until Green Bay, they stop them at the 2 on 4th down. Get the ball, they had to turn it over, get the ball again. Come in, now they're in the position to take the lead on a tie game. They're in the 30-yard line, right outside the red zone, and guess what? There you go, Aaron Jones fumbles the ball.
Yeah, man.
Well, that just deflates the team right there. The Packers should be in front of this division, not because they may be the best team. It's just they should have won these games, but it's everyone else around that is just tainting the legacy of Aaron Rodgers. Everybody. And I'm so sick and tired, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, but man, oh man, Aaron Rodgers, put a freaking timeline on how long you want to stay with this team, because they're killing you.
Yeah, man.
They're killing you.
I got the best idea for you. He becomes part of the Gruden plan. Gruden has got this down. I know a lot of people are making fun of him. Losing to San Fran, 30-3 last week, blah, blah. But he's got 5 first-round draft picks and $90 million to play with. I say, hey, Green Bay, you trade it over to Gruden, get a couple of draft picks off him, do what you got to do. But I say Gruden, I like his method, man. He's like, my team sucks. I'm going to just dismantle it and do it. Hey, Green Bay, outside of Rodgers, we have nothing. We have nothing. I'm sorry.
Nothing.
It is. It's true. I'm going to say it as an owner, as a huge Packer fan. Outside of Aaron Rodgers, we've never had a run game since Ahmad Green. We haven't had like Devontae Adams, okay, fine. Yeah. 2 good players. Devontae Adams, amazing.
That's right. Yeah.
And Cobb has fallen right off the map.
This is an NBA jam.
No,
you don't win with just 2 guys.
That's right. No, Packers, I'm sorry. Follow the John Gruden method. Get rid of everyone. Grab some draft picks. And at least you have Aaron Rodgers if you're going to keep him and Devontae Adams.
Just get rid of the whole thing. Blow it up.
Time to blow it up, boys.
The team sucks.
Now, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Here are my top 4 teams right now. All right? You got New England as number 1.
Convince me otherwise.
Number 2.
Yep.
LA Ram Illuminati number 3. And 3B, Pittsburgh.
Oh, you want
so this
Pittsburgh
week,
on that one,
you know what, man? Pittsburgh has flown up the charts. My question is this. Bell, he has to play this week or he has to come back or he can't play for the rest of the year. If you're Pittsburgh right now, do you want him on your team? Like they've kind of said, come and play. We need you. Or if you're gonna play, you got to play. Come and play. If you're Bell, do you play or not? If you have to give him advice, you're like,
I'm Bell's agent right now.
You're Bell's agent. Are you sitting out the rest of the year or are you gonna play?
Sit out the rest of the year, Bell. Don't take a snap this year. Now, on the one side, having him in 2 fantasy pools, it hurts me. But this is the real advice. Le'Veon Bell, if he comes back and doesn't even come close to living up to any sort of expectation,
that's right.
I mean, there goes the trade value down, and that's bad for Bell, and that's bad for Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So don't come back, Bell. Just everyone knows the player you were from last year and the years before. Don't ruin it by playing the 4 or 5 weeks I guess we'll be call it 6 weeks that you're going to come back.
Sure.
Don't do it.
I'm with you, but on a different point of view of he's probably not in 100% game shape, number 1. Number 2, if he gets hurt, it's the Earl Thomas thing. He's over. Gone. It's over. And especially at the running back position, which it's now, put them in and they work in their system. And Connor is showing that. You know what I mean? Like Connor has got to understand that he's fantastic. He'll probably be good for the next couple of years, but there's another guy in 2-3 years that's going to come out of the NCAA and they're going to put him right in. Well, yeah. So if I'm Bell, man, keep the people guessing and take your money next year. Somebody will pay you. Guaranteed somebody will pay you.
That's right.
Stay out. Only because I worry for his sake that he would get hurt.
That's where Green Bay's got to just do a yard sale, get Bell.
Hey, there's a team that he could go to. There you go. Pittsburgh and Green Bay have got the same climate. It's not like it's that much of a change.
No, it's not.
Oh my God, I love this idea.
And Green Bay beat Pittsburgh
Yes.
to win the Super Bowl.
Oh my God, we're gonna get Bell.
I think let's just get Bell jerseys.
Let's just start talking like that. Let's just
Yeah.
say it.
We got Bell. Welcome to the team.
Welcome to the Green Bay
Welcome
Packers.
to the Green Bay Packers.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome.
Amazing.
All right, we go to the pick'em segment. Last week, I pulled the wool over your eyes. You got into my head. I said, you know what? I'm going to pull a fast one on you. And I call Paul. And Paul puts together the picks. And Paul crushes you and Lacey.
Yeah.
You try to pull the wool over my eyes. And Lacey, I got to admit, with all due respect and all jokes aside, Lacey, well done. Some
did
great picks
very well
last week.
But we were talking the whole time. We're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
morning was good. Afternoon, that's where we let it off the gas.
Sure.
But I got something to say to that.
Sure, go ahead.
So this past week, you may think, oh my God, I'm up 5-4. I
Right.
finally took the lead.
Yeah.
But flag on the play.
Why? What happened?
2 infractions.
Why? What?
Number 1,
Yeah.
the pick'em segment was between me and you. So Paul picked,
Right.
and Lacey picked,
Right.
which means that me and you didn't pick.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that makes last week null and void of me against you.
First off, you do realize there's no rule book here, right?
That was first infraction.
Okay.
Second infraction.
Right.
Paul, unfortunately,
Yeah.
went over the time limit.
Okay. That one I'll actually implement on
So
you.
there were
Right.
2 infractions on the
Right.
play.
Right.
The
Well, one I'll give you. The other one, there's no rule on it. There's no rule.
It's still
on it.
tied 4-4.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, I thought about this more and more, and I said to myself last week, I brought Paul into it, and I have to admit, he was an eager little beaver to get involved. He was excited, and he was happy, and he wanted to be a part of the locker room and the roster, and I think me and you do such a great job of
Yes.
that I've decided that I'm going to just open up my realm, and I have here in front of me right now the picks from Tasso. One of the greatest part of the TNG squad made the picks for me again this week. However, I like where you're going with it, but you know what? Why don't me and you join forces against the roster? These guys always. I got also a text message from Paul this week, and you know what Paul said? Man, this is more stressful than I thought. And it is. At the end of the day,
It's not
it
a
is.
joke.
So here it is. It's going to be me and you right now against Tasso. Tasso's
Amazing.
giving me his picks. So now all we have to do in the next 5 minutes is me and you need to agree quickly.
Okay.
And we're gonna give each other eye signals, okay?
Okay.
And we're gonna try to beat Tasso via the roster. So the roster right now, it's me and you versus the roster. You ready?
Me and you versus the roster.
Right.
Done.
You ready?
Love it.
Thursday night game. Panthers at Steelers. Since Tasso's the guest, I'll go first. Tasso says Steelers.
You know what? I kind of like where he's going with this.
Right.
But I like the Panthers on the road,
Damn
Mitch.
it, it's like you know me. Absolutely. We're going Panthers, baby. Ha!
I don't know. That was a bird, but I don't know what a panther
I don't know what that
does.
was.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that was horrible.
Yeah.
All right. First game in the Sunday morning games.
Okay.
We got Cardinals at the Chiefs. I'll just tell you, Tasso took the Chiefs.
You know what? We got to go with that. I like the
Absolutely.
Chiefs here.
You like the Chiefs too?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. And Tasso also picked that as Tasso's 5-star pick of the week.
Oh!
All right. Next on the agenda, the Jags at the Colts. Go ahead.
Ooh, this is a real tough. Oh, you know, Mitch, instinct says Colts at home.
You think?
Let's go, Jags.
Yeah, Jaguars.
Let's go,
yeah.
Jags.
He took the Jags too. Okay.
Oh.
Saints at the Bengals. Tasso took the Saints. Oh, did you just give me the eye? Just get.
Is it?
You think?
Is it?
No,
You know what?
it's
AJ's not playing. Take the Saints.
yeah,
We're taking the Saints.
We're not that stupid. Falcons at the Browns. Tasso, pretty easy one there. Took the Falcons.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's fair. You know what? The Browns, the poor team
can't-
has
no,
no
don't let
coach,
it
man.
beat you.
They have no coach. I'm not going to fall for this one. No, I'm going to be a better man this time.
But you know what? If they kept him, this was part of the plan.
This was part of the plan.
That's what he was telling them. I'm leading up to the Falcons game.
Here we go. Redskins at the Buccaneers. Don't do it. No. I'll tell you why. They lost my parlay. I went on them again. I did what I knew I shouldn't have did, and I did it.
Okay, go ahead. We'll go with your pick.
Buccaneers. Tasso also took the
A
Buccaneers.
good thing because I was leaning Redskins.
I know, but
How confident? Hold on. Did you say that the Buccaneers?
Yeah.
Or that the Redskins hurt your parlay?
no, Buccaneers are my.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Well, they're not this week because Jeff, cue our music.
What?
That's right, roster. Because right now, you got to listen to Mitch and Dimitri when we tell you that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the money-making matchup of the week.
That is the hottest pick ever.
Oh, man. They hurt you one day, they love you the next. That's called true love and true dollars in your wallet. Money-making matchup, Buccaneers.
Love it. Bills at Jets.
Hold on, is Peterson playing at all in any capacity?
I have no idea.
So the over-under on interceptions is 9. I'll take the Jets.
We're going to take the Jets. Tasso took the Jets. And I'll be honest with you, the Jets, just so you know how bad the Bills are, the Jets are favored at home -7. That's pretty bad, especially when these two
what
go
did
at
Tasso
it.
take on the last game? Did he go Tampa Bay?
Yeah, he did.
He went Tampa Bay. Okay.
Lions at the Bears. Tasso took the Bears. Do we do it? Do we do it?
We got to have some separation.
we do
I
it?
mean, the Bears is the prudent pick.
Do we do it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We're taking the Lions, baby.
Wow!
Stafford,
We're
you
all-
son of a
We're all
gun.
about the feline cats. We
Yeah,
got the
we-
Panthers.
yeah.
We got, you know what? Any cat, we're taking.
We're
it.
taking the cat?
We're taking any cat.
Well, here's a cat for you. New England Patriots at Tennessee Titans. Somebody's a little.
Nah, we got to take
Yeah,
Patriots.
we
here.
got to take this. Tasso, obviously.
Tasso took
An idiot.
Patriots?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Chargers at the Raiders. Tasso took the Chargers.
I think I'd like to go with that one too. But
No. We're there too. Dolphins. Oh no, sorry. Last game of the afternoon. Seahawks at the Rams. Tasso took the Rams.
we got to follow this one. But do we?
They have the greatest punter.
They have. They
Do we do it?
do it. Should we?
You know, the Seahawks might have.
Is it-
Did they win last week?
I just.
No,
I
they
can't.
lost.
I can't.
All right,
see
all
it.
right. The Rams are going to be pissed. You're right.
We got to play position here.
Here's a big game. Dolphins at the Packers. Packers favored by 10 somehow.
Yeah, take the Packers.
Really?
Yeah, come on.
Fine. Cowboys at the Philly. Tasso took obviously the Philly here. Do we do it? Do we do it?
Do they?
Do it?
Should we? Do they come back?
Ooh.
It's tough.
You know, man, I think Philly's too hot right now.
But
We
they
got to take Philly.
What about Amari Cooper? They got
No, man. We're
take-
taking Philly. We're
we're
taking
taking
Philly.
Philly.
We got to take Philly. Respect to the fans. And the Monday Nighter, the barn burner. Everyone's new favorite quarterback, Mullen with the San Francisco 49ers at home versus the New York Jets.
Jets or Giants.
Oh, pardon me, the Giants. I apologize.
San Francisco's at home.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what Tasso took here.
San Francisco Mullen.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah. What do you got?
I like. We're heading into winter.
Yeah.
It's a cold man's game.
Sure is. Sure is.
I like the Giants.
I like the
Give it
Giants
to
too.
me.
And he took San Fran. And now, real quick there, this Mullen guy, new phenomenon on San Francisco, played such a great game last week.
Yes, he did.
Right?
Yes, he did.
Is Garoppolo worried in any way?
You know, I think Garoppolo should be worried because Garoppolo got Brady'd
Right.
in New England.
Yeah.
He,
Oh,
you know,
think this
he
is
might get
karma?
Mullened.
But buddy, he would love it. Think about this: Garoppolo, good-looking guy, already has 2 Super Bowls under his on his fingers.
Yeah.
Got one of the biggest contracts in the NFL, and now somebody's going to take him out, and he's dating porn stars. Hey, how you doing? Go ahead, take my position. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What a G.
I think this guy might actually, lucky-wise, might beat out Brady someday.
Somehow. Yeah, when you go into Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Now, we were going to talk NBA, but we'll do it next week because we're running a little bit later than usual. What we're going to do is simply this. We're going straight into Sportsfolio. Are you ready? Do you have your picks?
I am ready.
Do you know what you want?
You know what? I do.
Well, let me tell you what happened last week. The week before, we went 6-0. Last week, this week that just passed, we went 8-2 between the two of us.
Guys, this isn't a joke.
We are crushing it.
You know, and because it goes back to the Sportfolio philosophy, just some real time.
It's crazy.
Get you over the hump, make some good returns bets. And we're teaching you not to be greedy. Don't throw everything on the Friday night, scramble on Saturday, and be forced to parlay on Sunday.
That's right.
Because you got yourself in a deep hole.
Right.
Okay? It's a winning man's game.
It's a winning man's game. It's big. All right. These are my picks for this week. because I'm hot on college right now. I can't be stopped.
I just don't. I can't.
And I'm not steering away from the big games.
I am
last
humbled
week
before you.
Alabama. I said take 14.5. They beat them 29-0 at their place. Get out of here.
The Alabama
I said
Slammer.
to you, take Georgia at Kentucky. Boom. How you doing? Georgia smacks you in the mouth. Teaches you a lesson. This is our game, baby. Basketball's Kentucky's game, not football.
There you go.
Here we go. You ready? Ohio State, Michigan. This is rivalry week. This is one of my favorite weeks in NCAA. It's
amazing.
You got the Ohio State versus the Michigan Wolverines. It's at the Big House. It's in Michigan. 3.5. You take the Big House. You take the Wolverines to knock down the Ohio State Buckeyes in probably one of the closest, best games you're going to see all
Is this
year.
an omen? Because we were talking about Hugh Jackman, who is the greatest Wolverine ever.
Highly, highly possible. In the other rivalry game, you also got Oklahoma versus Oklahoma State. The over-under, 77. I keep telling you, too much offense. You want to take the over? Don't do it. You take the under. Remember, these are college kids, not professionals. College. You take the 77. You hope that the media, you hope the Joes push that number up and you go under. You go under 77. And then finally in my NFL pick, it's a simple one. It's the Sunday night game. It's Philly versus Dallas. Listen, Dallas fan, until you guys change your offensive coordinator, I love Philly to crush you in their place, -6.5.
That's amazing. You know what? I got my faith in you, Mitch. I'm doing a little bit. I'm kind of doing the all around the world. Nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy. I'm starting off in England. Arsenal, Sunday, playing Wolverhampton, okay? Take Arsenal to win by at least 2 goals, okay?
Really?
So if they're not giving you the spread that way, just manipulate it. Take the 1.5 up for Arsenal, okay? Now, here's another one. You know I like my over-under games.
Sure.
I'm always scouring the NFL. I'm looking at the numbers, and
know you are.
when I see things that don't make sense to me. Detroit, Chicago. The over-under right now as it stands is 45 points. Guys, there's going to be more than this, okay? It's going to be more than you think. So take the over. Take the over with Detroit and Chicago. I'm moving on to local game, the NHL. Look, on Sunday, once again, we're looking at the Winnipeg Jets. Take them straight up on the money line to beat the New Jersey Devils. Don't go fancy. We're not taking goals or anything here, but just take the favorite Jets to come in and win this game. Okay,
I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. And another one, we're going to go even really closer. Something that I don't venture into too often. The BC Lions are playing the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
What?
CFL action.
I love it.
You know me, Mitch.
We really are all over the map.
All over the map. You know me. You got to have that staple bet that's just in there to take you through. To mitigate your loss in case something happens, okay?
Yeah.
So the over-under on this one's 52. Guys, play the odds. The CFL, 95% of the time you got to hit over. There's no genius here. Take Hamilton and BC Lions to just take the over, okay? Just take the over in the game, and that's it. So that's my sportsfolio for this week.
I love it. I love it. And that gives us exactly 5 minutes for everyone's favorite segment. MAGA or MALAKA.
Oh!
Now,
I love
earlier we said, and Jeff, we were talking about work.
Yeah.
You know, what's the rules at work? And then we got this guy, Hugh Jackman.
Well,
or
back it
Jackson,
up. There's
Jackman.
rules at work.
Yeah, exactly. See, Jeff, because you're self-employed and you answer only to yourself, there's others like me and Dimitri. We have to run by the rules. Now, I'm going to give you a list of things that you should or shouldn't do. Are they MAGA things or MALAKA things?
And you know what I love? You left my sheet blank.
That's right.
So I actually do not know.
You have no idea.
What they are.
Right.
Which it's better that way.
I think so too.
I like when you put me on the spot.
I like, and I love this part because Jeff's involved. It's a 3-way here.
Yeah.
It's a 3-way.
You know, it's
Right?
like,
So
it's like a Vegas trip.
It's like a Vegas
It just
trip.
turns into
Exactly.
a weird 3-way.
Who told you? All right. Here we go. It is work respect in the workplace, MAGA or MALAKA version. Inappropriate comments, MAGA or MALAKA. So you swear a little bit at work. You have a little bit of a foul mouth. You're a little bit of a sailor. MAGA or MALAKA?
Oh, it's MAGA all day long. Have a little bit of thick skin out there. You got to say something stupid from time to time. You got to find out who you can do the jokes to or not. Makes for a great workplace.
Jeff?
I've actually posted a notice that's saying that right by the door saying my sense of humor may offend you.
And I'm also on the MAGA. You know what? Yeah, you got to find out who's on side with you. You know, who can you talk
exactly.
to? And you drop a little bit of the F-bomb, a harsh one, I might add, just to get the ball rolling,
Yes.
see where you're at, you know?
You got to humanize yourself.
Yeah, you got to humanize yourself and be
Okay.
like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. But, you know, you move on with it, right?
Love it.
Showing up late. MAGA move or MALAKA move?
You know what? I'd like to go MAGA this year, but no, it's a MALAKA move.
It is a
Just
MALAKA
show
move.
up on time.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You got to do one thing right.
No, it's just because, you know what? I hate going over meeting times. Like, we say we're going to meet at 9. Let's meet at 9 so I can get out there by 9:15. I don't want to be there till 9:20. Like, I have a crazy schedule.
I mean, you got to be home by 11 a.m.
Easily. And if they're
You know.
cutting into my action, I don't like that. You know what I mean? I have a very particular time that I need to be home.
Look, roster, if you can get get Mitch's job. He worked hard for it.
Yeah.
But that's the lifestyle
That's
you
right.
want.
That's right. Thank you. Drug use in the office. MAGA move or MALAKA move?
Look, I got to tell you, if it makes you perform,
Right.
I think maybe it's because I just recently watched The Wolf of Wall Street. I got to go MAGA.
Man, they made tons of money in that movie.
Yeah.
MAGA as well.
Yes.
You know my view on this.
I have a feeling Jeff was incorporating this 3 times during this podcast.
You know what? I gotta be honest. I think I want to come work here, Jeff.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
As long as you can keep working when you're doing the drug use. That's what I'm
Yes.
saying, right?
Yeah, that's
Be a
my point.
functional drug user is what I'm getting.
Actually, I do have to share something with you.
Sure, please.
I just saw something on the news. They had looked at 8 substances from caffeine to cocaine that were in common use in the household, including alcohol. And they determined that marijuana was now the least harmful.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. And it's not even a drug. It's legal now.
I completely agree with that. I don't think marijuana has ever done anything bad to anyone. Like, it's fine. I literally don't understand the whole
You know what?
thing.
The genius would be if someone could come up with a marijuana masking cologne. You hit that one, you're a millionaire.
Here's a big one for you. I know you do this. Inappropriate use of company supplies.
MAGA.
I've seen like 15 keyboards in your back. I know there's something up there.
Look,
are you selling them on the side or
It's
something?
not
What are you
even
doing?
it's not even just the misuse of company supplies.
Right.
If you have an ordering allowance budget, order stuff for your house. Get approval for it if you can.
I do not agree with this.
Yeah, Mitch. That's the
amazing.
difference. You care if your coworkers or your employers are listening. Actually, no. So do I.
Yeah,
you know what?
I was gonna say. Here we
Yeah,
go.
come on.
Here's
Get
a
the
coup-
supplies.
Here's
man.
a couple of more. Social media. So, being that we work in the financial district, we have been told over and over again: be careful what you write on social media. It can come back and haunt you. Do you think that's fair? Like, what your views on and what you write on social media can somehow come back and bite you in the ass?
Yeah, MAGA. I think they're absolutely right.
Really?
Look, yeah, you do got to be careful. Look, if you're working for a respectable company and you're working with clients, you are a representative of that brand 24/7 all the time.
Did you just read that right out of the handbook?
No, I read that out of my life experience. That's called success.
That's
Corolla's
success?
101.
Never make the same mistake twice.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
Don't set
Jeff,
dudes
what do you
over
think?
Facebook.
Well, what's your thought on that one?
What was the topic?
The social media.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm a little lost on that one. I have to agree with Dimitri. I mean, you are a representative, and for myself, I'm representing myself. So I mean, you can't be posting stuff that's contradictory to the company or to the policy. I think without some repercussions.
Fair enough.
Look what
You guys
happened.
got real political.
Look,
real fast. 2
well,
seconds ago,
hey.
we're doing drugs, and now we're mad about dick pics on
hold
social
on,
media.
But it was doing drugs and being responsible. So you don't tell people you're taking bumps in the office.
Fair
you
enough,
just take
fair
your
enough.
bumps, don't say it.
Fair enough.
Just don't say it. Look, it goes back to this whole the way the generations are. Just hold yourself accountable for whatever it is you want to say and don't want to say.
All right, here's
End
the
of story.
second last one. You ready? Bad attitude or creating drama at the workplace. MAGA or MALAKA?
Oh, MALAKA, man. You got
What?
No, you got it.
No.
There's a difference between gossip and creating
I
animosity in the
100%
workplace.
disagree. I need the drama. I need something to talk about. I need it, baby.
No, I agree. But you can't have you can't have someone that's I mean, you can't, but you got to get rid of them.
You don't want to be that person.
No.
But I want that person in my office.
Okay, hold on. Then yes,
I want Lorraine to be like, can you believe what blah, blah, blah did? And I'm like, I know, right?
Yeah,
and
you need the hub. You need the info hub person.
I need that person.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, MAGA.
MAGA.
Yeah,
is
you
the
convinced
best.
me.
That's
I'm
right.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Now, here's the second last one. You ready? Sleeping at work. MAGA move or MALAKA move? George Costanza, I think, revolutionized the whole idea.
Look, MAGA move. Pick your spots wisely.
That's right.
Where you can get away with it. And if you're that tired, employers should encourage a 15-minute nap at the very least, increase productivity.
Do you know
Sleep over lunch.
Do you know millennials right now demand it in their like interviews?
See,
it's like
this
part
is
of the
nothing
thing.
new. The Greeks have been doing it, and most Europeans forever. At 2:00, we take a nap.
Exactly.
Okay. You know, when everyone was calling the Europeans,
Work 8 hours.
what are you talking
What?
about? They were calling the Greeks lazy, and now what? Look
Now
what
what?
Google's doing,
Look
guys.
what-
We're napping at 2.
We're napping at 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Brilliant.
We don't build a Parthenon because we're up at 5 and got to go home at 11.
Exactly.
No, we go home. We shut the banks down.
Nothing wrong with going home at 11, by the way.
Well, you know, no, I meant 11 p.m.
Yeah.
That's too long.
Now, here's another one. So earlier you guys said drug use.
Yeah.
Then you guys said social media. What if you're a worker and there's random drug tests? MAGA or MALAKA random drug tests?
This is a tough one. No, MALAKA.
It's MALAKA.
Look, it's MALAKA. Just it's performance based.
The way I look at it is then you can't have a life. You can't do anything.
Hey, what are you supposed to do?
What do you
Look,
think? Jeff? What do you think?
Oh, hate him.
Yeah, I'm sure Alchemy Studios, just goes through so many random drug tests that you've come to resent them, Jeff.
In Jeff's case, he's like, that's it? That's it? You're at 0.08? Well, what's wrong with you? You need to be at 0.14, at least, minimum.
You want
What's
to
wrong
survive
with
in
you?
this business.
I've actually encouraged people to drink in the studio. No, when you're recording your vocals and you need that little bit of less inhibitions, more like your Friday night set, have a couple drinks if that's
That's it. See,
that's what
That's it.
That's why it's working over
So-
here.
some
works here.
Jeff understands the people.
we have a motto around here: work with the drugs.
Work with the drugs.
Work with the drugs.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's right.
That's why this podcast has podcast 56 has succeeded. That is why.
That's it.
This is
I
why.
mean, how can you argue the logic?
Exactly. You got Jeff, basically like our manager, allowing us to be ourselves.
That's the thing.
That's it.
That's the thing. And you know what? That's why when we talk about the greatest studio of all time, it's obviously Alchemy Studios.
All day, all
Where
night.
you can go to alchemystudio.ca and see all the Jeff goodness, the wisdom. Where else are you going to find Studio Jeff?
Nowhere.
Or Studio Jim?
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah, nowhere else.
Nowhere else. There's
That's
only
what I'm
one
talking
studio.
about.
That's it. I got to roll. I got a basketball game. I got to run out of here. I'm
got
dead serious.
Yeah, but you're just on the bench anyways. Okay,
No, you know
I'll
what?
go
They
through it.
still need me. You know the bench is
Fair
the
enough.
big thing.
Thank you. MacroMindMedia.com, alchemystudio.ca. Thank you. Listen to us, reallockerroom.com, at Mitch and Dimitri. Roster, we're going to put up some votes talking about the plebiscite here in Calgary, amongst other things. We want to hear your vote. We'll talk about it next week. Until then, thanks once more, but we got to hit the showers.
Is it weird to shower before the game?
No, you can take as many showers as you want.
Yeah, that's what I was.
You can do a little
A
before,
little
do a
respect to
little
the guys
after.
like that I'm playing against.
Yeah,
they're
absolutely.
up
Is there ever really enough showers in a day?
You don't want
Well,
to
I
show
think
up
you-
pre-swag.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
good
yeah.
point.
If you go-
I do get some crazy swag.
If you go pre-swats to a game, man, your gym shorts, I mean, it's going to stink up the court.
It's horrible.
I mean, I heard your 3 shot stinks up the court
I
anyways.
doubt it. Last week I was on fire. Get out of here. I was on fire. 6 points, 8 rebounds last week. Get out of here.
Did you get a single?
Single, buddy. I'm the master of the single.